Hello and welcome to our coverage of the WNBA on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Seattle Storm going up against the Minnesota Lynx. This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops. Here we go. This contest is part of the Commissioner's Cup. The first 10 games against teams in your conference, one home and one away, count towards the Cup standings.
And the teams with the best records in each conference, the East and the West, they're going to face off in the midseason for a one-off final. Lots of prize money will be on the line, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Now here's Collier. Pass to Heidemann. Back to Collier. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Williams. Neko Gumake with the rebound.
We don't see that too often. Plenty of space, and she whiffs on an open jumper.
Outside Williams. Offline with the 3. And about 1 minute gone in the first quarter. Shepard, defended by Magbagor. Pass to Collier. Good D by Neko Gumake.
Terrific job defending the basket that time. It's not an easy task stopping her when she's headed to the rim.
Here's Diggins, covered by Collier. Back to Agumake. And the number 1 pick all the way back in 2012. Neko Gumake is still playing at a top level.
Oh, we're talking about someone who won an MVP back in 2016. You look at Neka's recent numbers, they're pretty similar to that MVP year. Adding that three-point shot has really extended her career.
The first free throw is good. You know, it was a bit odd last year to see Neko Gumake in a Storm uniform.
Yeah, she'd been with the Sparks for 12 seasons, winning an MVP and a title with LA in 2016. Forever, no matter who she plays for the rest of her career, she'll be a fan favorite in SoCal.
So she gets them both. One of the blockbuster trades in recent WNBA history, Seattle trading Jewel Lloyd away in a 3-team deal.
Yeah, Jewel going to Los Angeles after 10 seasons and 5 All-Star appearances with the Storm. Seattle ends up with the second pick in the 2025 draft and a 2026 first as well. That's a great haul if you ask me.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Queen. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Pass to Diggins. Seitz. The three-pointer off the mark. Now Heidemann. On the wing, Alana Smith. Here's Queen. And the Lynx miss again.
Still scoreless after 4 shots. They need a bucket.
Pass to Seitz. Now here's Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over to the left wing. From deep. And again, it's the Storm missing. To the inside. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
So close to picking that pass off.
Still a nice play, though, to make sure the pass didn't reach the target.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Now here's Collier. Back to Smith. Pass to Shepard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Queen.
Trying to get something going. They're 0 for 5 to start.
And the Lynx miss again. Sykes outside. Picked by Agumake. Brittany Sykes attacking. And she drops in the layup off glass.
Once inside, Sykes commits to the play. She'll work around contact if she has to.
The Lynx trailing. And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Collier right side. Shoots over Williams. Collier can't get it to go. Here's Diggins. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. And Ogumake gets it to go.
So effective from beyond the arc. Ogumake relishes any chance she gets to pull the trigger.
And here's Collier. Pass to Heidemann. Back to Collier. And here's Shepard. 5 on the clock. Here's Queen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Gutsy shot to come right back at her with a three of her own. Great attitude.
Yeah, we know she is never afraid to trade shots with anyone.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Magvigor. Good, and it's Gabby Williams who picks up the assist.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it seems like it's come from inside the paint. Buckle up on defense.
Yeah, it's time to collapse down and make them shoot jumpers.
Here's Collier. Heidemann. Here's Shepard. Pulls it from 20. The shot is good. It's her second bucket in 5 tries.
Well, you got to give it to Shepard. She keeps her eyes up and her options open.
Seattle in the lead. Pass to Sykes. Outside Williams. Ogumake. Over Smith. That one a tad offline to the right, but it drops in for her.
And now we see them really working it inside.
Yeah, getting quality looks around the rim. That's fueling this run.
Now the Lynx with it. Pass to Shepard. Inside. Gabby Williams with the steal. Ogumake outside. Williams. Now here is Sykes. Magvigor with the ball. 6 to shoot. Back to Sykes. Goes up on the baseline. It's hauled in by Smith. So the Lynx now. 8-point game. Here's Shepard. Ezzy Magvigor. Get that shot out of here. Pass to Diggins. And here's Ogumake. Nails the baby hook.
It's been a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. This is the start that coaches dream of.
Here's Heidemann. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Smith inside. Ogumake's there. Shepard the screen. Down low. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier with the assist that time.
With the perfect physical frame for interior scoring, Shepard can sure do some damage down low.
And here are the Storm now. They're leading by 8. Ogumake outside. Diggins. Back to Ogumake. Pass to Diggins. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Smith.
Even with the decent coverage that time, she has every bit of confidence to drill that 3.
Absolutely. Just keep shooting. I wouldn't bet against her the next time she's in that situation.
Here's Heidemann. Now Smith. Over Magvigor. The bank shot, no good.
Unusual miss. Typically, her skill on the inside trumps average defense.
Outside Williams. The 3-ball. The shot will not fall.
Her strokes looked a little shaky this quarter. Not much is hitting the target.
Now Shepard. Pass to Queen. Shoots. Agnagor grabs the miss.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards here in the first.
Yeah, coming out of the gates with great energy. Kind of like they got shot out of a cannon. They're really setting the tone.
Boom.
Now here is Sykes. Picked by Agumake. Here's Diggins. Pass to Williams. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Smith.
Yeah, her touch has deserted her this quarter. Nowhere to be found.
Now Collier. She's guarded by Sykes. Shot from the low block. And she can't bank that one in.
She has yet to hit a shot this quarter and really just can't get it going.
Now here's Collier. She's covered by Agumake. Here's Queen. That 3 off the mark.
Not her best performance scoring the ball thus far.
2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Diggins. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Looking to end the drought. That one is off. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Storm out in front, up by 8. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And the first quarter in the books, second about to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Storm?
Good effort, very tight defense from them through the first quarter.
Really a big part of why they're up right now. You know, their defense has been on point.
And a key member of the 2024 Minnesota team that went to the finals, Courtney Williams.
Well, she was top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting that season, was Minnesota's 3rd leading scorer on that playoff run. Showed some serious two-way guard abilities.
Now here's Brown. Tight defense on her. Pass to Diggins. This one for 3. Minnesota grabs the miss.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
To the middle. Well-timed pass and goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
With strong court vision and awareness, McBride is able to read defenses and find the open teammate.
And it's the Storm with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. There's the triple. A shot by Diggins, no good.
She has slipped into a real funk here.
Definitely. The basket is not looking very big to her at this point.
She can time her passes so perfectly. What an assist.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Holmes. Shoots the 3. It's good from long range.
I saw a little confusion amongst the D as to who was supposed to be guarding her.
Now McBride. Back to Williams. The screen by Collier. 13 feet out. Another one falls for Minnesota.
Oh, if you want to be a scoring guard like Williams, it helps tremendously when you can hit mid-range jumpers.
Seattle calls timeout. Tonight's game also counts in the Commissioner's Cup, the first home and away regular season game against teams in your conference go towards the Cup standings.
Yes, so 10 total games, and the team with the best record in each conference, the East and the West, they're going to meet in the final with a lot of prize money at stake.
here's Malunga.
She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Williams can't get it to go. Seattle in the lead.
Pass to Diggins.
Takes the three.
And it's Collier with the rebound.
She hasn't made an impact from the field, but the team is getting it done. She owes them big time.
It's blocked.
Boy, the complexion of this game would be a whole lot different if she had shot the ball anything like she's capable of.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there. A big gap in the D.
And here's Williams. And again, no good by Minnesota. Brown inside. McBride covering. Brown with it. Pass to Wheeler. Clock at 6.
Here's Diggins.
Lets it go from deep. Courtney Williams with the defensive effort. They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right. Their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark. Now here's Collier to the paint. Blocked. And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Lynx able to keep the ball here. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Great timing, great defensive awareness. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it can alter your approach.
Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer.
The rebound by Malunga.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
For 3, Neko Gumake. Rebound by the Lynx. McBride left side.
Collier.
Misses from close range.
When it comes to winning, few do it better than this Lynx franchise.
Yeah, I mean, look, from 2011, one losing season in Minnesota, come on. It feels like they're always a contender. And a lot of that comes down to coaching. This team is always prepared.
Just 3 to shoot. Here's Holmes. And the Storm miss again. The Lynx trailing. Outside Williams. To the middle. Queen. Tried to bank it in, but misses.
Anyways, that was a nice try to create some space for herself with the fadeaway.
Back to Agumake. Fades back. It's good.
Well, she's very good from this mid-range area. Agumake connected.
Here's Minnesota. Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
After missing the 2023 season on maternity leave, it's great to have Skylar Diggins back in action.
No doubt. One of the most dynamic guards the league has ever seen. Diggins didn't miss a beat, averaging 15 points and 6 assists last year. Into her mid-30s, she's still got it.
On defense, Seattle. Pass to Shepard. Now here's Collier. Smith. She's covered by Ogumake. The basket counts and one. She'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Waived back in 2022, Alana Smith has had quite the rise.
What a journey it's been. I mean, she was basically out of the league. Fast forward to 2024, she's starting in WNBA Finals games as a key member for the Lynx. The Australian never gave up on her dreams.
With a 25-15 record last season, it was a return to the playoffs for Seattle.
Well, 2023 was the first time the Storm missed the playoffs in 8 years. But they made that Nneka Ogumake signing, and that propelled them right back into the postseason.
A nice shot by McMagor.
I like how McMagor picks her spots on offense, knows when to look to score inside.
Now Queen. 5 points in the game. Pass to Shepard. And here's Heidemann. Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Over Ogumake. Here's Queen. From deep. Gets it to go from downtown.
Keeps her head up and looks for open teammates. That style of play will keep Collier around for a while.
It's Brittany Sykes on the wing. Queen covering. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
Well, we've seen coaches ask 5'9" Brittany Sykes to be the one to jump opening tips, fellas. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, she's got great hops plus a crazy long wingspan. Those traits are also why she's, to me at least, the top defensive wing in the league.
First free throw is good. This is not just another regular season game. It doubles as a Commissioner's Cup contest as well.
Yeah, a second trophy to win during the WNBA season. I like it. It adds a little extra excitement to the WNBA regular season.
That misses, so she splits the free throws.
When you talk about the history of this great league, Minnesota went on one of the most dominant runs ever.
From 2011 to 2017, the Lynx went to 6 finals in 7 seasons, capturing 3 titles. With how hard it is to win in the W, in the amount of parity we have in the league right now, I'm not sure we're going to see something like that again anytime soon.
Now here's Ogumake. She's got 11. Here's Sykes. Outside Williams. And again, it's the Storm missing. Pass to Heidemann. Now here is Queen. With the shot. It's hauled in by Williams. Seattle in the lead. Now Wheeler. It's Ezzie McMagor, high post. Williams beyond the arc. And Wheeler is good for 3.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, and they're showing a quick trigger from outside.
The perimeter shots for them not falling at an especially high clip. You wonder if they're starting to settle just a bit.
She's got a good case in three-point range. Made one in the first, 2 more here in the second, with more to come, hopefully.
Brittany Sykes attacking. That one goes. Count it.
This is when Sykes is at her best. Attacking, going fiercely at the hoop.
Now here is Queen. She's got 11. Pass to Heidemann. Smith outside. Queen. She's guarded by Sykes. McMagor grabs the miss.
Sometimes she could hit that deep 3, but it's really not a great look for her. Not a very well-advised shot.
No, I mean, no. I mean, even for her, that's too far out.
Now here's Wheeler. She's got 6. Here's Sykes. It's hauled in by Smith. The Lynx trailing. Pass to Queen. McBride. Smith outside. Here's Queen. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, she's got a great stroke. I mean, that one almost dropped.
Yeah, we've seen it a lot of times that she'll hit those shots no matter how tight the D is.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Williams. Off target with the 3. McBride with the ball. Williams there for 3. Queen, shot is good.
She will make you throw your hands up as a defender. It just frustrates you because you just don't know how to play her.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Storm leading by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half to get underway. Queen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
She is such a dynamic scorer. That much we know. And her talent really was on full display in the first half.
Yeah, look, there's no way around it. She's a hard player to keep down. And so far, they haven't found the answer for her. And there might not be one.
Here's Minnesota, trailing by 4. Pass to Shepard. Heidemann. Smith. She's covered by Ogumake. Smith left side. Great D that time from Neko Ogumake. Outside Williams. Picked by Ogumake. Down low. McNagor. Good. And it's Gabby Williams who picks up the assist.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. Easy bucket in the paint.
The interior defense at that end has been lifeless, to say the least.
Collier left side. From the top of the key. Storm with the rebound.
It's almost like she's trying to make things hard on herself. Work it around, get an easier shot.
Pass to Ogumake. Back to Sykes. Over Queen. Sykes, no good. Now the Lynx with it. 6-point game. To the inside. Here's Ogumake. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the first one.
Well, Ogumake can overwhelm defenders with her expansive skill set, and that really helps her get to the line.
And the first one falls for her. And don't forget this game tonight. It's one of 10 games for this team that's part of the Commissioner's Cup standings.
It also counts towards the regular season, so this contest really shows up in the standings twice An interesting wrinkle to this one.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, on the floor, Nneka Ogwumike can be so imposing. She's got a clear height advantage over many players, and she knows how to fight for her shots.
Pass to Collier. Looking to get it going, and she sinks the layup.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get, trust me.
Seattle leading. Sykes outside. And here's Ogwumike, covered by Smith. Ogwumike inside. Smith is there. Shoots from the baseline. Ogwumike can't hit. Pass to Heidemann. Shepard fires from 14. It's hauled in by Williams.
It just hasn't been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Now Magvagor. And they call an illegal screen here. And here's what the schedule for the Minnesota Lynx looks like. On Friday, they'll start out on the road in Phoenix against the Mercury. Then on Sunday, they're going to take on the Valkyries in San Francisco.
And for that game against the Mercury, it's the 8th time they'll take the court in this fledgling season. They'll be prepared for a tough one there.
Screen by Smith. Inside. It's stolen by Nneka Ogwumike. The layup off target. Here's Minnesota. They trail by 6.
One thing about this Seattle roster, they have loads of experience.
They start with Nneka Ogwumike, well over a decade in the league. Skylar Diggins drafted back in 2013. So it's a team that expects to win now.
Collier can't get it to go.
Shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for them.
Brittany Sykes outside. Minnesota grabs the miss.
Well, they're in the lead, but she's still been frustrated offensively.
Pass to Shepard. And here's Heidemann. Smith. She's covered by Ogwumike. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer. Off the left rim and out. It's Gabby Williams on the wing. Out to the wing. Pass to Magvagor. Outside Williams. Over Collier. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. The Lynx trailing. Here's Queen. And she connects with the jumper. And here's Williams. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Now a timeout called by Seattle. Here's Diggins. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And the shot goes in.
What an alert play. It's just a great job of hitting her teammate on the move.
Here's Queen. They trail by 6. Pass to Shepard. Queen drills the three-pointer.
She has made a living out there beyond the arc. What a weapon that shot has been for her.
Especially at this point of the game, it's a critical time, and her three-point shot could end up telling the story.
Ogumake, right side. 6 to shoot. Pass to Diggins. Magbagor in the post. She's guarded by Shepard. Here's Sykes. Shepard pulls it in. So the Lynx now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Now Ogumake. Pass to Magbagor. Picked by Ogumake. And the foul called on Nafisa Collier. That's her first foul.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Ogumake. She's got 13. Wheeler knocks it loose. It's stolen by Queen. Here's Williams. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and she'll shoot one more at the line. The first Commissioner's Cup was back in 2021. The Seattle Storm won the inaugural version.
Hey, Brianna Stewart, the first MVP of the Commissioner's Cup championship game. The WNBA introducing the second competition to give the regular season a little extra spice.
And it's tied up with that one.
What an incredible run by the Lynx to the 2024 WNBA Finals.
Winning a clutch Game 5 against Connecticut in the semifinals and taking the liberty to 5 in the finals. That deciding game went to overtime, and the Lynx were pretty much one play away from winning it all.
No fear, Williams is normally the smallest player on the floor, but she can operate down low with her toughness.
Here's Diggins. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Back to Malunga. Pass to Wheeler. They need this. He squares up and sinks it.
And it's clear that Wheeler knows her role in this offense. She's smart at realizing when to shoot and when not to shoot.
Right outside. Here's Queen. That falls. Great assist by Caleb McBride.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and it's a big part of why they've been able to get good looks.
Absolutely. The defense unable to react quickly enough to deal with their passing.
Pass to Holmes. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wheeler. From outside the arc. No good that time. And now the Lynx fast break. Another 3 for Minnesota.
She is showing a killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend this lead.
Ogumake tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For 3, Kayla McBride. And the Lynx, another 3.
Some slippage defensively here in the second half. I'm not sure if their legs are going or what, but they're giving up some easy ones.
They set the screen. Let's go with a 3. And Collier pulls it down. The Lynx leading. Pass to Queen. The 3 is up. Ogumake with the rebound. Down low. Malunga uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, always aware of what's happening on the court. Ogumake keeps her teammates engaged.
Minnesota calls a timeout. Storm making a switch here. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Pass to Williams. Here's the three. A rebound by Holmes. Seattle trailing here. And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Here's Cook. McBride covering. Here's Brown. Up again.
And it's laid up and in by Malunga.
Man, they have got to put a body on her, because otherwise, with her agility and athleticism, they're just not going to be able to contain her on the offensive glass.
They set a pick to the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
After being a little more free-flowing in the first half, they're starting to get away from the three here in the second. Haven't had as many attempts.
Seattle with the ball. Pass to Brown.
On the wing, Dominique Malunga.
Minnesota grabs the miss.
Carrington right side.
McBride up top. Williams. Back to McBride. On the wing, Dejanay Carrington. And we've reached the end of the third. The Lynx on top, up 7. And we're coming back right after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And the final period of play just about to get started here.
Pass to Malunga.
Brown. McBride covering.
Back to Malunga. Here's Diggins.
Clock at 6. Now here's Brown. Here's Holmes. Here's Malunga. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
The D got caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance points.
They need more effort than that on the boards. That can't happen.
Absolutely.
Pass to Williams. Fires for 3. Here's Collier. And the layup's good off the glass.
Inspiring enthusiasm from Collier on the glass. She understands the value of second chance points.
Shoots it. That misses off the backboard. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Outside Williams. Pass to Collier. Missed inside.
Well, they're winning despite her errant shooting.
Here's Diggins.
Covered by Collier. And stolen by Collier.
Carrington outside. Malunga covering.
Tries again. And fouled hard that time. And she'll get 2 shots at the line.
It's going to be on Dominique Malunga.
What to play in attack mode and get inside.
And the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the first one drops.
In the draft, the Seattle Storm took Dominique Malunga with the second pick.
It was their highest pick since 2016 when they took someone by the name of, I think, Brianna Stewart. That's her name? First overall? Yeah, I'd say that one worked out. The Storm got the 6'6" Malunga, an incredible prospect from France. She's got such a bright future.
That one is no good. Now Now here's Brown. Not a lot of room. Here's Diggins. And the Storm miss again. The Lynx with the lead. Pass to McBride. There's the three. Storm with the rebound.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Look good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
To the paint. Ogumake, that's good.
With a strong offensive identity and the perfect will to win, Ogumake is simply the total package.
Outside Williams. Collier right side. Here's Diggins. Yes, and a nice assist from Erica Wheeler.
A nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play. Great bucket in transition.
That's how to play aggressive, attacking basketball.
And that's matching your defense with your offense.
Right outside. Williams. Pass to Collier. Goes up from the top of the key. Right through the cylinder that time. All net.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Pass to Brown. From past the arc. Doesn't go that time. Harrington outside. Now Williams. Takes the three. Brown grabs the board. The three. It's hauled in by the Lynx. Here's Williams. And some very quick points for them on that possession.
Very clever passing. She put that ball on a silver platter for her.
Pass to Ogumake. Back to Wheeler. 5 to shoot. Over Carrington. And again, it's the Storm missing. Here's Minnesota. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Banked in off the glass.
Well, there's the athleticism of Carrington right there. Phenomenal at navigating lanes and capitalizing.
And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
Here's Diggins. Off the mark there with the three.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The team got lucky.
They shot a little over 30% in the first half. Obviously not the start you want to see, but they settled down here in this half, getting good looks and then knocking them down.
Pass to Brown. Back to Wheeler. And here's Ogumake. Back to Wheeler. Here's Diggins. Wheeler. No good again that time. Collier outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Everything they put up is falling in, and that score keeps climbing.
And that is one demoralized set of defenders out there.
Pass to Ogumake. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Nafisa Collier. Now here's McBride. Fires from deep. Knocks down the three ball.
After what was just a horrendous shooting performance in the first half, they're finally starting to find their stroke.
And it's just amazing that they have the lead with how poorly they shot in the first half, but they've defended at a very high level and are in control.
Shot clock at 6. Now here's Wheeler, covered by Carrington.
Boy, I mean, they can do nothing right. They cannot take the lid off
They need a bucket in the worst way possible. They have got to stop this run somehow, or it's really going to get out of hand.
And it's Seattle with the rebound. Outside Wheeler. Pass to Ogumake. And the Storm miss again. And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
And she lays it straight in.
Fantastic pass. She made that a very easy bucket with the setup.
Here's Diggins.
Time called here. The Storm decide to talk it over.
And you can't understate the importance of this game. Both teams with a shot at advancing.
That's what makes it so interesting. I love the addition of this tourney, and the players seem to like it as well.
And it's the Storm with the ball. 19-point game. Pass to Sykes. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ogumake. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
You know, she's done a ton to help this team, but if they're going to come back, she needs to do even more.
Now Heidemann. Now here's Shepard, defended by Magdagor. Pass to Collier. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot two. That's on Gabby Williams.
What an intelligent move by Collier. Defenders are so aggressive, sometimes you can use it against them.
2 shots.
Relax on the first.
The first one falls. And she makes the first, but misses the second.
And the 2024 Defensive Player of the Year, Nafisa Collier.
And what's great about her winning the award, Collier does her defense with positioning and reading the game. At 6'1", she's got unique traits for a DPOY.
Right outside. To the middle.
Collier.
Guarded by Wheeler. Collier, that's good.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to the spurt that they're having.
And why put on the brakes now, Tim? I say just keep on firing.
Man, Brian, you want to run up the score?
Pass to Wheeler from the arc. Minnesota grabs the miss. Carrington outside. McBride. Back to Carrington. The screen by Collier. And here's Williams. Over Brown. Williams can't get it to go. Wheeler with it. So we see the Lynx taking the W here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they never found.
The energy here was just tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. Once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm, the flow of the game. What a treat.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.